for how many years?
For 58 years.
58 years?
58 years, wow.
And she came here as a blushing bride.
As a bride in 1936. 1936.
And then what happened?
I had a house full of people. I had the old carpenter that built the house was living here.
Oh yeah.
Ernest Perro was working at the gas station. He was living here.
Ernest was living here.
And my mother-in-law was the boss of the house. She did all the cooking and had everything to say about what was going on.
Really?
So this was a real happy honeymoon house.
Oh, it sounds like it was real good.
And we worked it out. And then a year later, we had a happy event.
And there
And here I am. Pretty bouncing baby boy. How many pounds?
7 pounds, 8 ounces.
7 pounds, 8 ounces. And now look at me, just rippling with steel. Look at those legs, huh? Varicose veins and all.
And of course, we couldn't have just one. We had to have a pair so he could have company. And then Larry came along.
And there he
And
is.
I was born in this house in 1938.
He was the only one born at home.
Oh, I was? I was the only one born at home. And lived here for 19 years. And then went in the military and came back and lived another 4 years. And then went to the great Southwest.
We had Dr. Luck was the attending physician. Henrietta Harrington was the nurse.
Oh, I remember her.
Henrietta Harrington.
Harrington.
Yeah? I don't remember her.
And well, they're the ones that owned.
And then Bill wandered off.
Bill's afraid we're going to get to him next.
And Jim wandered off.
Those were the next two.
Bill, you're next.
And then
the only girl.
Oh, the
Only
big
little
event.
girl.
I says,
the baby of the family.
you know, we were playing cards, Jim and Catherine Barnes, and all of a sudden I motioned to Catherine, my water broke.
Whoop.
She says to Jim, come on, we're going home. He said, what for? I'm winning. So they went home and things began to happen, and it was midnight and it was 20 below zero.
Oh, geez.
So George says, we better not wait till morning. Maybe the car won't start. So we left for the hospital at midnight, and Joan was born at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
And there had been a fire in one of the nurses' dorms. And so here I was waking up from the anesthesia, and all that went through my mind, the fire, and it's a girl. So that was Joan.
And she's been a hot
So
number.
her middle,
Yeah.
her middle name is Flame, right? Yeah. Well, you got to interview Joan now.
Okay,
I don't know what
Joan.
to say.
How do you feel on this important day whenever you're leaving this house that you grew up in?
Being the
Never to
only
return.
Yeah.
And coping with 4 brothers.
Yeah.
But it was hard for me to, after saying he and him, and all of a sudden I had to say she and her,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get used to that. It took me a while.
Yeah.
But Joan had her own talents. She played dress up and had her girlfriends over.
And 4 big brothers
And
to watch
the
after
4
her.
brothers gave her a hard time.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
is that the end of the interview?
this is the end of the tape.
You got a good shot of the house?
Yes, I did.
Should we get a shot of the chicken coop in the back?
George,
yeah,
you
you
want to
gotta
walk
get-
this around and do a...
You got to get the clubhouse in the back.
Yeah.
And this is the infamous clubhouse, where Larry had several clubs, starting with the Marine Corps Club and what is it, the Ranger Club and whatever else he had. The Green Berets and the Red Berets and the Fireman's Club, that's right, the Fireman's Club. And a whole bunch of other stuff. Is it Larry? Yeah.
This is some of Larry's artwork. Larry used to have lots of different clubs in here. Go inside.
33%.